Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
From 87 applications to 1, the search is over. The city of Greenville has named its new police chief. Good evening. I'm Carol Goldsmith.
And I'm Michael Keigel. The announcement came this afternoon.
WYFF News 4's Gabrielle Komorowski was there, and she joins us now. Gabby, the new chief comes from another state.
That's right, Michael and Carol. His name is Ken Miller, and he has been the police chief in Greensboro, North Carolina since 2010. Prior to that, he was deputy chief of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Today, he received a warm welcome in City Hall.
It's another chapter in my policing career, one that I hope is long.
Welcome to the city of Greenville.
Thank you.
Ken Miller comes to Greenville after spending 25 years in law enforcement in North Carolina. He replaces Chief Terry Wilfong, who retired in April.
I think if you Googled in Ken Miller, especially in Greensboro, you'll see that he walked into a very difficult, challenging situation. Over the past 4 years, he's been able to mend a lot of fences.
According to city officials, Miller helped reduce overall crime in Greensboro. We asked city manager John Castile if that accomplishment contributed to Miller's hiring.
It's not broken. Greenville is a perfect place, but it's growing, it's changing, and we, especially the police department, have to be able to adapt to that.
There were 6 finalists for the job. 3 were internal candidates, including interim police chief Mike Gambrell.
This time it was external, but we did the best we can to put a process in place to get us the best candidate.
I think that we will connect better with the community as time goes on, and that'll be one of my primary focuses.
Miller says the community will help dictate his priorities, but he shared one of his aspirations.
That we're attentive to the concerns and problems that council may bring to us, that the manager's office may bring to us, or any citizen on the street, no matter how wealthy or how poor.
Miller's first day on the job is expected to be in mid-September. We learned late this afternoon that interim chief Mike Gambrell will retire from Greenville Police on September 15th. Michael?
All right, Gabby, thank you. It is a major employer. Sealed Air is moving hundreds of jobs out of the upstate to Charlotte. WYFF News 4's Mike McCormick is live and local in Duncan for us tonight. Mike, that is one of the affected locations, right?
Yeah, that's right, Michael. About 600 employees here at this spot are going to be relocating, and that's really going to have an impact on the businesses here along East Main Street. Sealed Air tells us it is relocating all of these employees to create a one-company culture at its new state-of-the-art global headquarters in Charlotte. South Carolina was actually in the running for the headquarters location, but lost out to North Carolina. 100 positions in Greenville will be relocated too, and employees in New Jersey, Wisconsin, and Connecticut are also having to move. There is a trickle-down effect reaching businesses like the Clock Family Restaurant in Duncan. For 19 years, Sealed Air employees have been spending their money there.
A little disappointed, but there's nothing we can do. But on the flip side of that, to stay positive with us being in the upstate, I'm feeling pretty confident that we're in a nice pocket economically from the rest of the country, and there are good things coming.
All this relocating will actually start next year and will happen in phases. We do want to mention that manufacturing will continue at the Simpsonville and Seneca locations, and also at the other location here in Duncan, which is right around the corner here. Mike McCormick, WYFF News 4, live tonight in Duncan.
Mike, thank you. The number of people out of work in South Carolina is the lowest it's been in years. But is South Carolina on the right track or wrong track? And is our state legislature doing enough? Those are the questions we asked voters in our Palmetto Politics poll. WYFF News 4's Nigel Robertson has the answers.
We wanted to give you a look at what voters across the state are thinking as Election Day gets closer. So we conducted our own scientific poll. It's called the Palmetto Politics Poll. First question, do you approve or disapprove of the job the state legislature in Columbia is doing? By phone, we asked 1,000 people if they approve, disapprove, are undecided, or refuse to answer. The poll found 22% approve. Now let's take a look at the other results. 45% disapprove, 33% are undecided, and 1% refuse to answer. Analysts say this result is fairly common because voters tend to be far more critical of the institution than their own local lawmakers. The second question, is South Carolina going in the right direction or has it gotten on the wrong track? After asking hundreds of people across South Carolina, the poll found 44% believe the state is going in the right direction. But take a look at this. 41% think it's in the wrong direction. 14% are undecided. 1% refuse to answer. Analysts say this trend is worse in other states, which is good news for Governor Nikki Haley. But it could be good news for her challenger, Vincent Shaheen, because the right track, wrong track is so close. Margin of error for our poll usually ranges from 3 to 4%. That is a 95% confidence level. More Palmetto Politics poll questions and more of your answers all week.
So we want to give you even more perspective on what those numbers mean. South Carolina political analyst Chip Felkel explained.
The economy is picking up, but is it trickling down yet to affect people's everyday lives? And that would indicate that people aren't completely convinced of that case.
More on our Palmetto Politics poll tomorrow at 6. We will look at the approval ratings of both of our senators, and we will look at Senator Graham's race now that Thomas Ravenel has decided to run.
There are many questions tonight about the type of infection that may have contributed to the deaths of 4 patients at Greenville Memorial Hospital. Are other hospitals around the country safe? And can a person get this infection outside the hospital environment? Well, today, WYFF News 4 investigates Tim Waller. Got some answers from one of the top scientists at the Centers for Disease Control. Tim?
Well, here's what we learned, Michael. It is a rare and dangerous bacteria. The CDC saw just 7 cases last year. And when infections do occur, Dr. Matthew Arduino says they're very, very difficult to treat. In fact, here's what Mycobacterium abscessus looks like under the microscope. He says it's everywhere in nature, water, soil, and dust. But it's when this bacteria makes contact with the wounds of surgery patients, infections could occur, and ones that are not easily treated with antibiotics. One study calls the bacteria an antibiotic nightmare. It says new drugs are necessary to improve the treatment. Dr. Arduino says in the patient deaths he's seen, the bacteria infected the bloodstream of the patient.
So you end up with multiple abscesses all over the body. Because it's gone through the bloodstream and been disseminated through the body, or you've gotten pulmonary disease.
And he says the #1 source for the bacteria are water pipes in buildings where film begins to grow. Even then, he says the risk of infection is extremely low, but of course higher with surgical patients who come in contact with contaminated water. He says Mycobacterium infections are extremely rare, as we said, and he says you're not likely to get them in some of the unusual places where this has turned up, day spas or apartment complex. They have found cases there, but it's very, very rare. Again, the bacteria is everywhere. His biggest caution is for healthcare providers. Carol?
Tim, thank you. This is a live look from our Woodruff Road Skycam. We have a bird's eye view of the clouds. Looks a little dark. There are scattered storms around the area, and Chief Meteorologist John Cessarich joins us. John, tell us about these storms.
You know, main threat will be real heavy rainfall because they're real slow movers, Carol, but I think I'm not expecting anything as far as severe weather. No damaging winds or large hail, but very heavy rain, a lot of lightning, some gusty winds. You might even squeeze out some pea-sized hail at best with these thunderstorms. That's just because the moisture is all the way up into the atmosphere, so it'll be very difficult for hail to actually fall and reach the ground because the freezing level is way, way up there in the showers and thunderstorms. Isolated showers and thunderstorms in the upstate outside the mountains, but they're more numerous, as you can see, in the mountainous areas of North Carolina and northeastern Georgia, and very warm, humid conditions outside right now. But some changes are on the way as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours and heading toward the weekend. We'll talk more about that in detail a little bit later on. Now back to you, Carol.
John, thank you. The power is slowly coming back on in Spartanburg County. An area near Duncan had more than 3,000 outages. Duke Energy says the problem is with the substation. Crews are on site right now making repairs. The outages are down to about 1,500, and power is expected to be back on by 9 tonight.